How you doing?
Good.
Bethel Thompson seemed to be a little limited today in terms of throwing.
Yeah, he took the day off. Obviously took all of the reps that he needs to take, but obviously, we're monitoring him after the game.
Is it just a matter of resting his elbow?
Yeah, that's all it is. So he needs it. So obviously we have a course of action. We have a way of treating him and doing all the things that we need to do with him. We knew playing with it when he was in the game that there would be some residual things after the game that he has to deal with, and that's a normal occurrence. And just make sure we take care of him on this week. And it's a short week for us, so obviously he doesn't need to push it through the first day. He took all the reps that he needed to take, so he'll be ready to go.
Can you give us any update on Tice?
On Tice, we got some imaging done. Looks like he may be out for a bit, but obviously we've got a plan for him, but how long, I can't tell you that.
New contract, 2 more years for Tyler Sneed. He was a leader during the season with all the wide receivers who were not there. What can you say about his work this
Sneed
season?
has been unbelievable. He's been unbelievable since he stepped in our building a couple years ago. For the guys that are around us, we know we call him a throwback football player. That kid can do everything on the football field. He blocks, he runs routes, he catches the ball, he's tough as hell. He's played through a lot of things, obviously some unfortunate injuries, but he's continued to be there for us. He's a big play guy, he's an intermediate guy, but when he's around the box, he blocks people. And to be honest with you, that's the thing I think everybody on our team has so much respect for with him, and he's worth everything. He's a tremendous player, and like I said, he's more of a throwback player because he does all the dirty work that's needed, and with willingness. And so I don't know there's too many things. Throw the ball, he can catch it, he can do just about everything. So, and on top of it, he's punt returned for us and had 2 big punt returns in Calgary when we needed him. So, ultimately, he's as good as it gets, in my opinion. Very thrilled to have him locked up for a couple of years, but he's earned everything. That's the bottom line. He's not been given anything. He's earned it from the moment he came to us, fought his way on the practice roster from the first season he was here to get an opportunity to be on the roster. He's never been off it since, unless it's by injury, and so that says a lot.
Is there something that he can't do?
In my opinion, no. Can't grow to 5'8", maybe. That's about it. But that's probably comes to his benefit, to be quite honest with you. The leverage he plays with, he's got leverage on everybody and uses it. But he's just, I can't say enough great things about him. I think everybody on our team knows how I feel about him because I don't throw the throwback player around too often. I just know that's what it is when I see him play. There's not a lot of players that play like that. Whether I say it's at his size or not, because there's big guys that don't play as physical as him either. So he just has a penchant for playing the way he does, and like I said, we count on him for a lot of things that probably go unnoticed, to be quite honest with you. From a lot of other people, you notice the catches, you notice the other things, the things he does around the box for us. There aren't too many guys that can do those things.
Coach, you have 5 games left.
Divisional matchups, obviously, for you guys.
Yeah, exactly. They are going to be key, but you take them one by one because that's what we need to do. We're focused on. Obviously, this is a big one this week. No one's shying away from that. So, obviously, the things we can control is how hard we work, how much connection we have on this team, and the belief that we have in this team. And I think everyone's excited about it. We're going to put a lot of work into earning these each and every day, and ultimately take them one at a time.
Travis Tyson went down there on Saturday night. Steven Scott carried the load really well. What can you tell us about this performance, especially in this situation, being the only healthy back?
Exactly. For a couple of years now, we've rotated our backs, and it's because of that. Because it's hard to get every carry in a game and be at 100% throughout a season. So we've always carried 2 backs and given a break here and there. And I think we've had some damn good backs to do that with. But no question, when a guy goes down the first play and he's not available the rest of the game, for Stevie to do what he did and carry the whole load and play as well as he did, it was tremendous. And blocking was on point as well. I can't say enough good things about him because his season, he came into camp probably in as good a shape as anybody on our football team and had a little setback with an injury, had to fight his way back onto the roster, off the roster, and he's continued to just work. and be a great teammate and be ready for us. And ultimately, at the time we needed him the most, he was most ready. And so a lot of respect for him.
Sorry, do you wish you might have played him a little sooner now?
Well, you say that, and then why would I do that? These guys earn their spots. They earn their opportunities. Tice earned his opportunity. Addit was the starter for a reason as well. We believe everybody that's on our roster. Exactly what happened is what we believe in. A guy goes down, a guy steps up and does that job. You're not here for any other reason than that. So, but there is a guy that gets the first opportunity, and he earns that opportunity. So now Stevie's earned that first opportunity. So I don't look at it in those terms. They all earn their way on our team.
Can you, going back on that win against the Riders, we know how much you believe in your guys, but as much as you believe in them, must have been satisfying or relieving that this win finally came after 5 tough losses?
What I'll say is proud. I'm proud of the effort that we did over 5 weeks, sticking together, nobody pointing a finger, continue to come out here and work and believe in each other, and knowing, great football is ahead of us. We were just learning a lot of lessons we needed to learn, getting a lot of guys experience, but ultimately not playing our best, and that's part of the reason we were losing those games. We needed to play better, and ultimately it all came together. But that doesn't just happen. That happens from a lot of hard work and belief in each other, and that's just what I saw. I mean, last week you're asking me the questions about, what does an attitude look like when you're a 5-game losing streak? Well, does it look any different out here today after winning one? It doesn't. These guys look and care about each other and effort the same. Whether you're winning or losing, that's what they care about, and it shows. And so, yes, very proud of our performance last week. But it's one game, and so like I've said before, that game's done. Now it's on to this one. So it didn't help us or hurt us. It's just now we got to go on to the next one.
Can we pick your brain on the decisions to remove Oakman and Lemon from the lineup? Is it something you saw against in the last games? Or
part of the thing with Oak was a rotation, and then with similar reasons with Cole Speaker not in the lineup. It's a ratio thing at some point, and that was more than anything with some of the decisions we made on our roster last week. Some of it was that. So, but Oak was more of a rotation I'd like to see more of inside. We've got 4 guys I know can play. Don't need to rely on somebody to play every single game when we have that, and we can only play a number of them. But with Sean and a guy like Cole, ratio comes into what we did with the injuries to Sean last week. So we had a lot of movement on our roster, and we had to make some tough decisions. 2 guys that I believe in that I know can impact our lineup when they're in. But ultimately, they're great teammates. They worked hard all week, gave us some really good looks, and they'll be ready to go the next time their number's called.
The O-line has been playing as a better level lately. I believe the O-line was challenged to do better.
No question it was. It was question coming off the bye. We identified there's things that we could be doing better, and it started with us as coaches. We said we can be coaching these guys better and differently, and the expectation needs to come from us, and the work needs to come from us. The things that we need to work on need to come from us, and then it's to the players. It's up to the players to go out and execute it. But they also needed to believe and understand what we were doing wasn't good enough, and they've taken that as a challenge, and I love it because you watch our practice and you watch the guys that are putting in the work, the whole line's putting in the work to get better. But it needed to be identified by us as coaches to say, what are we going to work on specifically? What do we need to teach these guys better? Because it wasn't all on them. I don't think we were doing a good enough job of that. And now we are, and now we've identified those things, and those guys have taken it to heart, and they're working so well together. The communication's great, the ability to work up to people, the ability to finish people, the physicality that we need to play with is there. And I'm very proud of that unit and the way they've responded. And that's going to be a continuing thing. We've set the standard now. Now it's about continuing to do that week in, week out, because that's when you win football games, you got to win it in the trenches. And they're a big part of that.
Is it a game that could become that win? Is it a game that could become like pivotal or change the way your season was going? That win in Regina last week?
Well, I mean, I think that'll remain to be seen, right? I mean, I think a win like that can reset things and make you, feel better, I guess, about the work you're putting in, because at some point you need to see results. What I love, though, is, again, like I harp on, you couldn't tell by this practice whether we won that game or lost that game. I mean, because it looked the same as a 5-game losing streak the last 5 weeks. The effort But no question, when you have an opportunity to go out and play a team that's has the best record in the league, for you to go out and win on the road and do that with all that on you pressure-wise, that says something about what we're made of and the strength of this football team, the mental strength, the physical strength that we have on it. And so it's nice to see that get verified once again, because it was there early in the season and we kind of lost it for a bit. But regaining that form is what you need down the stretch too. I mean, you need to be playing your best football the last weeks of the season to give yourself a chance. And I love to see the direction we're going now from here.
Thank you, Coach.